Where is PrimeThunder? This is the downside of having like a huge friends list. It's AMB is his team. How was I supposed to know this? AMB, where is he? No. There he is. AMB PrimeThunder. Sweet. I need to go US East. I think, unless I'm gonna ask either of you US East. I'm pretty sure that at least one of these guys is US East, if not both of them. Which means that we will go on US East for this. If one of the players is US East. Yeah, they both are. Alright, cool. BO3, let's go. We're just gonna get right into it. Best of 3 between I think, was it PrimeThunder and the... Yeah, PrimeThunder was on the left side of the bracket. And Killerican was on the other side. And I have never seen these guys play. So this is going to be very interesting. I don't know if you guys have seen either of these guys play. But I certainly have not. So I'm looking forward to it. I think Killerican is my pick for the favorite. For this. I could move this like here, maybe. Maybe that'll look better. Maybe here. Where do you want me to put the score? I'll put it over there. That looks a bit cleaner. How far to the left can I put it? Oh, that's like a pixel off from lining up with the Bad Panda logo, which I know is going to annoy a ton of you guys way more than it should, but that's totally fine. Killerican versus PrimeThunder. I think Killerican will have the edge. But PrimeThunder, last time he did play on stream, looked pretty good. Like, I remember I got him on stream to play ones, and he said that he hadn't been practicing ones at all, but it looked like he had. He looked really good in defense, which is something that isn't normal for players who don't practice ones. Usually defense is where they struggle. They might have good offensive moves. They might have plenty ways of putting the ball in the net. But defense, shadowing it, and just being able to challenge and get 50-50s effectively in the midfield is something that players struggle with. That's not a bad shot by Killerican. I like that he was also flipping back into the midfield as he took that shot. A lot of aerial play by Killerican to get things started. This is going to be a big chance for PrimeThunder. Open net if he can get the angle. And, oh, he nearly did. That was about as close as you can get without getting it in. But close is not good enough. Expect to see a ton of these flicks from Killerican going forward. And a lot of the guys in the tournament today are going to be playing that playstyle. We got Killerican, Ty, Red, AJ. All these guys love to flick. So expect to see a lot of them. Unforced error by PrimeThunder. He didn't think Killerican was turning. So he gets outplayed. Series score blocking player stats. Nah, we don't care about player stats that much, do we? But I suppose I could make it like this. Let me know what you think about this. Wait, how do I do? Oh, like this. So background opacity. I can make it black, because then it blocks it out entirely. What do you guys think about this? Sorry for ignoring the game briefly, but alright, could even change the color. But yeah, that'll probably look like a horrible... Oh, that's horrible. That's like a gigantic black box. I need to fix this. Wait, I can choose a background color. Is there like a... Oh, there's no color selector thing. If only. If only I had a color selector. We don't. This is possibly going to look pretty rubbish. It's probably going to look pretty terrible. Bam. There you go. It's no surprise Killerican in the lead, though. Oh, for goodness sake. I may or may not have chosen the wrong thing to be orange. My bad. That is not what I meant to do. I did not mean to make the foreground orange. That's not too bad. It looks a bit less terrible than I anticipated. A little less terrible. This is these are going to be like the longest names as well. Nobody else is going to have such long names as these guys. That's the only difficult part for this. It sticks out a little bit horrible. There we go. Nice job by PrimeThunder. He's back on the board. While I was not paying attention, it looks like they are back to the 1 goal deficit. You want me to fix the left alignment? Fine. Oh my goodness, you guys are so needy. YouTube are going to be like, what is he talking about? But it's just my Twitch chat. They're all so unbelievably needy. It blows my mind. No, I'm just kidding. I know you guys are going to get really annoyed by the left alignment being off, so I fixed it. I fixed the pixel. Probably the most important thing that I would have had to do. But anyway, let's pay attention. We're getting to the halfway point of the game. Still only a goal in it, and this is pretty much what I expected. I thought Killerican would have the edge, but maybe not by as much as a lot of people would expect, because Killerican is much more known for his ones play than PrimeThunder is. But PrimeThunder's defense is really solid whenever I saw him play ones the last time I watched. And this is looking pretty similar to that last time. He's afraid of Killerican going for a fast rebound. I don't think he should be. I don't think he should be. Make it opacity, please. Yeah, but we'll see. We've got options. I mean, it is pretty fun to mess around with this and, you know, annoy you guys with the opacity and the gradient. I know some of you guys probably just want it to be completely opaque, but bam. There we go. So long as I'm on the player who is, what do you call it? So long as I'm on the player, like spectating the player who is orange team, this looks fine. I'm trying to just block out this horrible scoreboard in Rocket Leagues. But honestly, I don't know what the point of that scoreboard is. I really don't. I don't know what the point of the Rocket League scoreboard is. There you go. It's gone. Gone forever. It's something that I wish Psyonix would get rid of, this little score in the bottom right. How many of you guys have ever looked at that? Oh, nicely done by PrimeThunder. That was well played. It would have been tough for Killerican to even get in the way of this after the bump and then the wall play. That's the key, is the bump there. It was pretty nice. This looks absolutely terrible. I know, I'm kind of triggering you, but I wish block the scoreboard. It was fine. I'm just messing around. Don't worry. I'm trying to make light of a terrible problem that I have. Look at this, guys. PrimeThunder is definitely not here to just fall to the 1v1 mains in NA. He is here to play, and I would not be surprised if he takes a game here. I'll probably be quite surprised if he's able to win the entire best of 3 against Killerican. So I do think Killerican should have his number. He should have his number. I'm like such a perfectionist that I almost need to make this brighter. I wish I knew how to use this more than I do. I'll look at it in a bit. Oh, not like this, PrimeThunder. You don't want to be conceding goals as easily as that. With only 1 goal the difference, it really is up to him to tie this up. He's out of boost, but he's playing well. Squishy said he could play at 6 PM. Rip, for goodness sake. Well, I mean, if one of these guys didn't want to play, then at least we'd have him. But no, I'm not gonna take away somebody's spot because another player who was initially invited is late. PrimeThunder's really holding his own here. That's a really bad first touch, though. He's taken away his angle for the run-up, and he doesn't have many options. He's done quite well to make a difficult situation for Killerican out of it. But if he had touched that ball a little bit more to the left when he started the bounce, then he would have had a big opportunity to slam a boomer from the ground. That's what he was going for. He wants to bounce dribble off target so he can then cut into the ball from the side. Find a nice angle, just like that. Fixing his problems on the fly. You realized last time that he didn't bounce the ball off target enough, but even that little bit of angle, he's bounced the ball towards the right post, shoots it towards the top left corner. Much, much harder for Killerican to deal with. PrimeThunder is pushing Killerican all the way here. Killerican trying a slow face-off. Bit cheeky, doesn't work out. This does mean that PrimeThunder's going to have the last possession of the game. And he's got a great 50-50. This is an open net if he can hit it. Oh, never mind. Killerican go back in time. He did take a bit too long, but great recovery by PrimeThunder. He's in the lead. That is a 4-goal swing. Killerican went from 4-1 up to 5-4 down. I'm so impressed by PrimeThunder. That recovery off the wall might have been a bit fortunate. His nose of the car just bounced off the wall and perfectly centered, but there you go. Big chance for PrimeThunder to close out game 1 of a best of 3, mind you. So this is definitely winnable, but oh my goodness, the ball's put by himself. That could have been it for Killerican. He didn't look at ball cam. I really think ball cam should have been where he was looking there. What a game. PrimeThunder is a lot better at ones than he should be. I don't know how he can be so solid when he never practices. Hold on, guys. What I'll do is I'll make the text white again. Here we go. It doesn't look as terrible. I wish it was easier to... oh wait, I found it. I knew this would be somewhere. Pick screen color. Did that work? That's like the same color. Anyway, I'm gonna ready up. I think there's a way that I can make this work. How is this? Oh, okay. Yeah. Watch this, guys. This is gonna be sick. This is gonna be so sick. Never mind. The fact that it's a gradient is making it really hard. Okay, okay. Ah, there we go. Okay. Right, so if I do that, and then I'll do this so you guys can actually spectate. Watch this. You're going to be impressed by my production value right here. This is going to be nuts. This is the most production value I've ever done in a stream, and it would usually happen behind the scenes, but where's the fun in that? We're just going to do it live. That is how it's done. We've matched the gradient on one side, and we've also made the score the wrong, or the team's score the wrong color. It's a decent start for Killerican. It was essentially a kickoff goal though, because there was no way for PrimeThunder to recover. There we go. Looking less terrible. Wait, is the pixel off? No way. No. The pixel's fine, guys. Don't worry about it. The pixels are looking great. Pixels are looking great. I think I've done well. Give me a break. Oh, I love that from Killerican. He might have got a flip reset on the ball there. He wouldn't have wanted to use it either way, though. Flip resets, not always the best idea to use. Similar with things like wave dashes. Sometimes you're in a position where you can wave dash, but you shouldn't necessarily do it. I saw that from Flores a few times in the EU1s tournament. White box, orange text. Did I break something? I don't think I did. You want white box, orange text? Is this too... Nah, it's definitely not too bright. I think it's fine. I think it's fine. And we've hidden the scoreboard, the horrible Rocket League scoreboard. The only thing that I wish I could do better is match the width of the Bad Panda logo. Well, I guess I could. Please fix. Nah, I'm not going to fix anything. Can't be bothered. PrimeThunder might be about to take this series. That's another great 50-50 in the midfield. Recovering and getting back to the ground to get that 50-50 started was really good. I don't know. There's no way a pixel's off. I don't believe you. It looks fine for me. It looks fine. How is Prime going to try and close out this game? There have been a few mistakes for Killer. Oh, but there's not been enough for Prime to just justify sitting in net and letting Killer do his thing, especially with how well his 50-50s in the midfield have been going. Very impressed with PrimeThunder's defense. Especially forcing Killerican to play this quickly. You swear it's off. Fine, I'll look again. No, it's not. There's like no pixels off. I don't believe you. I do not believe. There's no way. I'll even maximize it. Oh, you're right. It is off. Darn it. Okay, forgive me. Forgive me, people. To be fair, when it was minimized, it was the same. I swear on me mum, it was the same. It's only when you make it... Oh, for goodness sake, this is hard. Bang. Yes. Okay, hear me out. Listen, Twitch chat, listen. I didn't have it full screen, so so it looked fine for me, but it wasn't fine for you. I've saved it though. I'm a savior. I like that I've taken like 8 minutes. Left pixel is off. No, it's not. It's not really. Surely not. It's worse. Shut up. Stop covering the nameplate in the corner? Nah, you can read the nameplate in the middle of the screen at the bottom. Look, there it is, Killerican. I always cover the nameplate there. Or I never look. Does anyone really look there? Lethemir, surely you don't. I need to turn up my Twitch chat. You guys on YouTube have to see this. I know not all of you like Twitch chat, but this is just too good. We need to turn this on for a minute. You guys are going crazy. Absolutely crazy. I think PrimeThunder might have just thrown away one of his best chances that he's going to get. That was really good. Or a really good setup. Then he just kind of lost control of the ball. I'm not sure if he knows how to do the reverse 45-degree flick. Lethemir, in fact, does use the bottom left thing. So there we go. If there's one person in the world who does use that box in the bottom left corner, it is Lethemir. Who knows why? I wouldn't use that myself. I'd never use it. I wish it was gone. That's a misplay by Killerican. Overstepping his mark. Thought he could get to that boost before PrimeThunder. This is a great line for PrimeThunder again, but he takes too long again to get something done. Killerican has not overhit the mark. 3-1. Look how triggered. I don't think I've ever seen my Twitch chat this triggered. Is the left pixel is not off. It looks fine for me. If it's legitimately off, then I have no idea what I can do. I guess I could do this, in fact. Bang, bang, bang. And then I'll do this and cover up the blue box because it's disgusting. How's that, boys? Is that working? How's that? It was actually fine on my OBS. This is a mystery that I have to get to the bottom of. I can't. Nailed it. Fixed. It was on my screen. It was fixed the whole time. You guys are crazy. No, I know you're not actually crazy though. Like, you just have a bigger resolution than me. You can't legitimately full screen. This is so stupid. This is so stupid. You can't full screen on OBS. You can only like nearly full screen it. So sometimes it's fine for me and it's off for you guys, and I don't know. Oh my goodness, Twitch chat. I love you and I hate you at the same time. We've been doing this for 9 or 10 minutes of quality production value. Good demo by Prime. He doesn't have much time. He needs to score this chance and also another one. Oh, that is not what he wants to do. Probably game in Killerican's favor after PrimeThunder was a little bit too hasty. We will have to fix the score, I'm sure. With how defensive Prime is posturing, he's never going to really have a chance to score 2 more goals. Look at that, 12 shots to 2. And 12 shots is not something that is unusual to see in a 1v1, but 2 shots is a very bad sign. PrimeThunder's defense is on point, but getting shots created by himself seems to be a problem, at least in game 2 here. And with how close game 1 was, Killerican is certainly the favorite. Still very impressed by Prime's defense. It's very, very solid. Very good 50-50s in the midfield. Should be another goal here for Killer, thanks to PrimeThunder's center ball. And that is going to be 1-1. We're going to game 3. It's all best of 3s. Again, I'm sure most of you guys are aware of that, but for the 2 or 3 who aren't, this whole tournament is going to be BL3s, unless the players who get to the final really want to do a best of 5. I won't like keep that from them unless it's like really, really late. It's probably going to be really late. Okay, the chat is calm. Shall I leave the chat on or off for this tournament, guys? You can decide. I did it off for the last one, so I don't feel too bad putting it on for this one, because I know some people like it. So, do you guys want chat on? Press 1. Off, press 2. Spam 1 and 2 if you want it. On is 1, off is 2. Go. Go. I just had to show YouTube what I had to put up with very briefly. And now that it's over, I'll let you guys decide. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. PrimeThunder. The classic problem for players who don't play much ones. That's pretty close. I think it's majority 2s though. Majority 2s. Goodbye. Goodbye to Twitch chat for now. Well, maybe see you later. I think that was definitely majority 2s. Not a fan of that hit by Killerican. Bit of a giveaway of possession for nothing much. PrimeThunder trying to start the bounce dribble. Does well to get the ball back into the air after killing it. He's got a tough shot, not enough boost to get any power behind it. Killerican needs to be careful. He's been flopping a couple of these side flip flicks. He just needs to try and delay them a bit more by the looks of things. Still comfortably able to swat away with most of PrimeThunder's aggression. The majority of PrimeThunder's goals in the first game came from very fast recoveries and 50-50s. And speaking of that, this is a really, really sick recovery. Jumping up immediately. It's like he's on a bouncy castle. Great shot as well. Killerican was not ready for that at all. Put the text black, but then it won't match the bad Panda text. Look, it's all it's got synergy at the moment. I'm going to leave it probably. I'm okay with how things are on the scoreboard. It's just PrimeThunder's name is so long. That's the real problem. Watch this. We're gonna ignore the game again. I know, professional casting, right? But we're gonna ignore the game even more. We could do this. Look at that. Bam. There we go. Prime Killerican. Now it looks like a little bit less terrible, I would say. But either way, Killerican starting to run away with this. I really think that the biggest problem for PrimeThunder is his difficulty in creating shot opportunities. That's his biggest problem in this matchup. He seems to have a pretty good idea of what Killerican is planning most of the time himself, which is a good start. Like I said before, it's often defense that lets players in ones down. His kickoff has fallen to pieces at the start of this game though, which is going to be difficult to come back from. Who is Killerican? Well, Killerican is, I believe, at the moment 21st in the 1v1 leaderboard. So certainly top 10 in North America in ranked. Certainly top 10. Because I think most of the, well, I mean, Scrubkilla's got 3 accounts in the top 10. I'm sure there's a whole bunch of other Europe players in the top 10. There's maybe even some other players from Australia or other parts of the world who are in the top 20. But yeah, a couple of the guys who might be lesser known players in this tournament are very, very high ranked ones players. We want to see how they can do in a tournament setting. We all know ranked is completely different than tournaments. Very, very different. And some players who struggle to, you know, maintain a high spot in ranked really show up in tournaments and give just about anyone in the world a lot of trouble. Big chance for PrimeThunder. Top left would be the place to aim at. Would have been open if he'd shot there. You saw Killerican's pre-jump. Also shooting top left on that attack would have given him plenty chance to recover and intercept whatever clear Killerican decided to go for. Killerican is just bullying him right now with this time wasting in the corner. He knows that PrimeThunder can't really move forward at any of those moments, because if he does, he'll get taken out the game. Good pop by PrimeThunder. He's created another opportunity, but he's got no confidence to go for the open net shot. He could have gone for that, and it would have been a difficult shot to make, but is he going to get 2 chances that are better than that one? That's the question he has to ask himself right now. He needs to get 2 chances that are better than that to justify not going for that shot. And I don't think he's going to get 2 better chances. That was a really good chance. It was essentially open, albeit quite difficult. Prime's done well to save up boost here. Killerican had the chance to score though. It looks like Prime's recovery wasn't quite fast enough. Side flip flick, another failure. Another chance for PrimeThunder if he can recover fast enough. He had the option to wave dash. He's going to the volley instead. Lots of chances going astray. PrimeThunder has outshot Killerican, but Killerican knows he's in the lead. He doesn't need to score anymore. It's very unfortunate for Killerican, in fact, that ball bounced exactly as it did. If it hit the crossbar more cleanly, he would have had a goal. If it obviously hit the crossbar any less hard, it would have bounced off the crossbar and gone in. What a flick by Prime, though. I said earlier I wasn't sure if he knew how to do this flick. Turns out he knows exactly how to do it. That was a boomer. 1 goal in it. 47 seconds. PrimeThunder just needs 1 chance to get back into the game. Killerican, another chance for the wall play. Another one goes astray. Still in a great position, and he's done well. He saw the side flip from PrimeThunder to collect boost, which is pretty creative by Prime to get into this position, and he wants that boost. Well, there we've got it now. But in doing so, he kind of took himself a little bit out of position. Remember, guys, this game started with 2 kickoff goals for Killerican, and I don't say that to discredit Killerican. I mean, Killerican, after he had the lead, he just kind of sat back and held on to it. He wanted to defend his 2-goal lead rather than search for more. But PrimeThunder certainly needs to work on the consistency of his kickoffs, because losing 2 kickoffs at the start of the game, it really did dictate the rest of it. And he looks like he's going to lose now, just because of that bad start in Game 3. Game 2 was a wash. PrimeThunder never really had any chance. But there's certainly promise there. Oh, Killerican nearly enough boost to connect with that rebound. There's certainly promise for PrimeThunder. A lot of potential. Very good defense. He's got the flicks, clearly. Sometimes, at least. And if he could just fix his kickoff, and if he can be a little bit more careful about when to step forward, then I'm sure he could get a series win in this tournament. He's not yet out. He'll be going up against somebody in the 2nd round of Swiss, and if he wins that, he'll move on to round 3 of Swiss. But losing another best of 3 after this one will mean elimination for PrimeThunder. It's going to be game for Killerican, 2nd one in a row, and he will progress to the 2nd round of Swiss with a win to his name. So that is exactly what he wants to see. Yeah, guys, I'm probably just gonna leave this this thing as is. I don't know, maybe I can make it a little bit darker. What do you think? What do you think, boys? The this new scoreboard, I don't really like it, I'm not gonna lie. I'm just doing it to mess around, because it's hard to make dark enough. What I could do, put this on top. Watch this. So what we're gonna do, pick a color from the bottom of this. Is the Bad Panda logo really that dark? Apparently the Bad Panda logo is that dark, because I just mirrored a color from the Bad Panda logo there. That was where that came from. Apparently it's dark enough to be that color of orange. I didn't expect that at all. But apparently it is. Let's put them together and see. I suppose, yeah, the bottom corner is probably that dark. Just about. Just about. This is going to be pretty awkward to keep. Take the color from the middle. Yeah, that's what I was going to try next, Lacinio. I love that. I love that I'm not the only person who's all about this life. I won't take too long to do this, I swear. But yeah, that's somewhere from the middle. Ah, yeah. That looks pretty good. That looks alright. Then we need to do the same for the score one, because I use two different. This is a trick. If you use two different ones, then it's easier to line them up. There we go. But then, yeah, clearly I would need to do this. Bam. And then, you know, I'm gonna have to. Oh, wrong button. I'm gonna have to do this every single match, very briefly, because the size is gonna change. Make it a gradient. I don't know if you can do it on Twitch. Let's see, just very quickly before I move on. I don't think you can make it a gradient on Twitch. Oh, you can! Oh my goodness! Right, how do I do a different color? Where's the second color? I don't know how to. What happens if I click OK? Nothing. There's a gradient button, but I don't know how to use it. This is a nightmare. Here, I'll put cap chat back on so you guys can all rage. Murder the gradient. Dude, I'm trying. I'm trying. Like, gradient is apparently really difficult. Oh, gradient color. Yes! Right, so we need to choose this color up here. Did I just choose? Why is the text got a gradient? You can make the text have a gradient, but you can't make anything else have a gradient? Are you serious? What? You can only make the text have a gradient, not the background. Who would want to give text the gradient? Why would this happen? Well, boys, apparently you can only give the text a gradient. You can't give the best production. Dude, I'm learning on the go here. Learning about all about OBS. I've never used this program before. What is it? In other news, PrimeThunder did take a game off Killerican, but he wasn't able to take the series. 1-2, that means Killerican moves to the top here. And PrimeThunder has to await his second round opponent over here. Still looks good. Yeah, it looks decent. It looks decent. It doesn't look amazing, but it looks okay. It's acceptable, if nothing else. It looks acceptable. I think we're going to leave it like that, though. Discard changes. Yes. Okay, we're just going to leave it like that for now. It looks acceptable.